With record-breaking unemployment rates and a job market flooded by a more educated populace than ever before, it is more important than ever to gain a competitive edge in the job market. My name is Joshua Doshmont, and today I would like to talk to you about the importance of education in every aspect of one's life, but especially in the financial aspect. I'm going to talk to you today about how we are in an uncertain economic time, why education in this is the single most important thing that you can do to prepare for a job search, and why it is important for those who have jobs to continue being competitive. Though all of you are currently in college, it is my hope that after this speech you will have an even greater appreciation for the value of the education you are currently seeking, and will not settle on your current goal once your current goal is completed. Let's take a look at the current state of affairs. Today, our country faces unprecedented economic uncertainty. Not since the Great Depression has our unemployment rate been so high, and our national debt was far lower at the time. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, our national unemployment rate is currently at 8.6%. That is more than double that of the rate of 6 years ago. This chart shows that the rate has climbed since 2006 and has only started dropping in the last year. However, until we have a steady decrease or a steady increase in jobs in the United States, it will remain critical for each of us to be competitive, to be as competitive as possible in the job market. How can we do this, you may ask? The answer is simple. The answer is education. Today's job market has been flooded by more educated potential employees than ever before. In the past decade, the number of people entering the workforce with a bachelor's degree or higher has risen by over 40%. Why is this important to today's workforce? Employers are looking for the educated, and they have their pick. With the recent influx of well-educated potential employees, coupled with the ridiculously high number of people looking for jobs, an employer has his or her pick of potential employees and will most likely take those with a higher education than without it. This is because an education provides some sort of proof to an employer that a new employer or employee is worth the risk of hiring. It provides this proof in two ways. First, a degree shows that you have dedicated your time and efforts to complete a task. This is a very desirable trait in a new employee as it shows perseverance. Second, though it does not show any specific work experience, it is easier for an employer to provide training for an employee who already has some sort of academic knowledge in the field of being trained. There are still many people who believe that this situation doesn't affect them. This is not the case. Nobody is truly safe from this problem. Many people who have held a job for many years believe that they are safe and secure in their chosen career path. They may, however, be surprised if and when their employer succumbs to the temptation of relocating their workforce and outsourcing it to a more economically friendly location, or even if they replace their workforce entirely by machinery that can produce double the product and doesn't require holidays off with their little robot families. This problem is not peculiar to the private sector, however. The military, long thought of as one of the most stable career choices one could possibly make, has recently cut many members. According to the Air Force Times, Air Force leadership plans to cut more than 4,000 active duty members in the coming fiscal year. This is after cutting nearly that many members in the prior fiscal year. Many people in the military, as well as laborers in the private sector, have little to no experience outside of their current field. and would be far from competitive in today's workforce without some form of higher education. So today we have covered the importance of education to each of us who is currently in the workforce. We have discussed why the current state of affairs makes it more difficult for those without an education to be competitive in the job market. We have covered the risk that we all face of re-entering the job market unexpectedly and unwillingly. And we have covered what an employer might be looking for when looking at potential employees. I hope this has convinced each of you to continue your studies and not to stop once you have reached your current undergraduate goal. Thank you.